Hello guys and welcome. There are several possibilities to UV unwrap the basic primitives in Blender, namely a cube, a sphere or a cylinder, and this is how I do it. Have a look at this. Okay, I created this very simple scene here, just some lights, a plane and the three basic primitives used in Blender: a cube, sphere and a cylinder. And I use this default checker image as a texture for the objects after we have UV unwrapped them. And we will start with the cube. I created a material that uses this checker image as texture, and the material is assigned to each of these objects. So let's switch to edit mode and texture shading, and now I press U key and then reset the UV unwrapping, and after that I used my preferred method, Smart UV Unwrap, for the cube. I leave the default settings as they are, and here I get a nice unwrap for this cube. But why do we say that the UV unwrapping was successful, or this is a good UV unwrapping? You could see here in this example that all small parts of this checker image have the same size, or at least almost the same size overall, this whole object. And this means that your texture that you will map onto this model won't be stretched, and this is the desired result. Okay, there's another possibility to do the UV unwrapping for the cube. So you select these edges here, then you open the menu and choose Mark Seams. The seams are the edges where your object is kind of cut open when you unwrap it. Then you press the U key and do an unwrap, and then you also get a great result here like this. But in my opinion, at least for the cube, the Smart UV unwrapping method leads to, well, a little bit better result, because the available space is used in a better way, without or with less waste. But if you think I'm wrong with that, feel free to criticize that. I'm always interested in learning new things. So let's come to the next object, and this is the cylinder. So if you are new to Blender, what would you do? I guess you would select the cylinder in edit mode, select all vertices, all faces, press the U key and do an unwrapping with cylinder projection. But if we do this, let's see, I don't think that this is the desired result. So switch to edge selection, select the upper edge loop, one on the side and one at the bottom. Mark this as seams, and now press U and do an unwrap. Yeah, and this looks much better, right? Okay, that's it for the cylinder. And now let's come to the sphere. Again, you would select it in edit mode, and then you might have the idea to use an unwrap sphere projection. But as you can see, this is not an optimal way to unwrap the sphere. It is really stretched and distorted and warped, and so we have to find a different method of doing this. So let's try a similar method that we used for the cylinder. So select an edge loop here at the top and at the bottom. Mark this as seam, and here in the middle, the edges that connect the both edge loops we just marked. Mark this also as a seam, like this, and now select all and press U and unwrap. That's better. What you can also do after UV unwrapping your model is to optimize the scale and find average scale of the different UV islands, or pack the UV islands to let Blender find an optimal position on the texture map. So that's it for unwrapping primitives, a short render as a closure for this video. I really hope you like this. I tried to do this right to the point and really short, and I hope you can use these techniques in your own projects. Here's the link to subscribe to my channel. Would be really cool if you join. Feel free to ask questions about the tutorial, add comments to the video, or write me an email with suggestions for new tutorials, whatever you like. So thanks for watching, and see you soon here.